that last video about the black xpedition was obviously a skit. Now, I'm going to tell you the full backstory of the vehicle and why it's so tweaked. So yeah, let's look into the backstory and review the damages from its tormented past. And most of it was in the last video, and I showed the being messed up. So yeah. So just to walk around, like, it looks good. You're like, this thing looks like it's brand new for a second. And then you're like, oh, the bumper's scratched and the emblem's missing. And there's some marks all over it, but like glue, but like where'd that come? Then the windshield is plexiglass. I'll explain why that's like that later. Everything looks good, like the rims look shiny, but there's a panel missing. And then you're like, and then you get in here and you're like, I'm gonna buckle my seatbelt. There's no seatbelt buckles. Let me flip a switch. Oh, I bumped it. This comes off and the dash is cut up. The vent is missing over there, like I showed in the last video. So I'll tell you why this thing is so messed up. Oh, it's making a rattling noise. Let me look under here. Oh crap. See, I'll tell you why all that's messed up. So this thing was bought used, and also has no sway bars. This thing was bought used by somebody that absolutely abused it, and they wrecked it really bad. And most of it's replaced, but they couldn't get a new black. That's why this is plexiglass, because it was busted in the wreck. That's why there's glue, is because they had a wrap. But they said the wrap was so thick that it caught all the scratches, which is actually believable because none of this is scratched up. But like if you look here, like this is cracked, the taillight's loose, this whole side panel is wiggling. As you can see, it's like busted in and wiggling loose, and the taillight has like gaps in it. And this is busted. The tailgate has a dent in it. Like and there's a scratch right here for some reason. It's like, and also the wrap was a skull wrap, so that's why the back window has skulls all over it. The tailgate didn't open sometimes. But as you can see, the tailgate is like dented in right here, and there's like a bunch of damage along the side and like on the corners. And this cable's messed up. The tailgate is tweaked. And this side is even worse. There's a huge gap all around the taillight, and it just absolutely wants to come out. Like, and the side that's worse is, of course, where the missing panel is. Like, the whole tail light is. So that's why it's so messed up everywhere. Because basically they wrecked the heck out of it. And that's also a reason for this and this being loose. If you also go up and look at the roof, you'll see it's all like warped and stuff. The roof has like if you can see, the roof has like a huge dent on that side, and all the seals have been like replaced with like old, and they're old and dirty. So yeah, this thing's been beat up really bad. Like, it looks like it has 11,000 miles underneath it when it has 400 miles. This is sideways. I don't know why that doesn't line up in there. something's bent with that. And then you go under here and you start seeing the damages showing. Especially that in the corner with the whole thing being ripped up and broken in and like all like scraped off. Like the wheel hubs and everything is just absolutely smothered by rust, and like it looks like they dragged it down the road with like no tires and then drug it over tree stumps and boulders with no tires. And then again, it has ORB A-arms. It's just an aftermarket A-arm brand. There's like a huge gash right here. The mirrors, this car panel's loose, actually. There's still some scratches on the cage. Probably more bed damage. This whole dump bed, we're not replacing it. We're just gonna remove it, put a turbo. It's also like peeled up right here. We're just gonna remove it and we're gonna remove the dump bed, put turbos in it, remove the transmission, put a gear reduction and turf delete in it, because that blows your whole transmission. If the turf delete blows, basically turf mode is like one-wheel drive. And we're gonna put like a huge, see fit in the front, we're gonna put like a huge aftermarket shelf on here that goes up to the roof, because the bed is so short, you need to build up. So, and it's gonna have a shelf in the middle of it with lights up here. We're also gonna have 35-inch tires. These are .30s, so we're gonna make the tires bigger. We're gonna see how it looks really narrow compared to this one. It looks like really narrow. As you can see, that's narrow and this is wide. Well, we're gonna put a wide kit on this. And we're probably gonna put another one of those really bulky, strong front motors, because the stock one is not gonna do good. This one, first off, it looks like it has more miles on the outside. And it actually does. But this one looks new at first, but when you look underneath it, you're like, oh no. This one, you're like, it has more miles and it's all scratched up. It's probably bad, but this one's actually the one that's been through heck and back. And they just covered it up and fixed a lot of stuff before they took off. This one also had 35s, a lift, a bunch of light bars and stuff like that, and they had to put it back to stock after they wrecked it. Now when you look underneath this one, it's actually not even half as bad, and especially that corner isn't all, gone and disintegrated. So yeah, this actually looks really good underneath here compared to this one being looking like 11,000 miles under here. So yeah, that's the backstory. And on this one, because we didn't do any of the damage on this one, we've actually had it since 2024, because we bought it when it was new. We did all of these mods ourselves. So anyway, that's the backstory on our black Expedition. That's actually been why the reason for that whole yapping section at the end was before we knew the whole story. So here's the VIN number on here, literally VIN number. So yeah, that's the VIN number. Now, we did not expect it to have been in such bad shape previously. So like I said, we bought it from Facebook Marketplace from a guy that rebuilt it after he was wrecked, but we did not know the wreck was so bad. So, and we just looked up the VIN for the first time, and here's the pictures from the auction.